All right, welcome back to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Very excited. Got a very special guest here, our brand new, great, good friend that we've known a long time now.
You got Goldilocks and Vince doing Chicken Necks. I love Mike Durban, Jeff. That guy is great too. Like I'm glad to see he's got a show with Vince doing Venom Vinyl now. Mike Durban's a great guy too, man. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Robert Murillo was a former. I don't know if he's still on there, but he used to come on the roundtables and stuff. So I don't know why all of a sudden he turned against.
Yeah, what's he doing here? He's trying to get my go.
Halloween Havoc. What an incredible stable it was in WCW pay-per-view history, man.
And to quote a wonderful man by the name of Big Vito, we are live, baby, live, and welcome to Inspired with Christopher. And we are here today with special guest Mike Durban. He is the owner and the operator of Mike Durban Productions. Plus, he is on the hierarchy of the Russo brand, which you can catch him on the Mike Durban Show, which right now he is currently on episode number 4 with a special guest, Sid Duran from the band Valor. And plus, there is also an appearance from John Wangland of the Wrestling with Reality podcast. So for everybody out there, please check out Mike's new show.
Episode 54 of Get My Go came out recently, but unfortunately, it's not on YouTube. You believe that? Someone had it struck down from YouTube for some kind of harassment or something like that. So it doesn't. Great. The video version does not exist, but it is available.
That's good. I like that.
It is available on audio. So we are being censored. The cancel culture is taking a look at us. The snowflakes are swarming.
It's just a brutal show.
It's a blizzard of snowflakes over there trying to get My Go, but we will not die. I'll tell you that much.
But
oh, God.
Jerk guys
Get My Go.
Will not let another show that's no longer on the air die. So then now they're attacking other shows.
Get My Go will last forever.
I miss this song.
I do too. I love it, man.
Dude, he looks jacked.
He is very jacked in this one.
And bro, one thing I'm really trying to have is I'm trying to have apathy. You know what apathy is? Apathy is more or less, put yourself in everybody else, in the other person's shoes. Try to look at it from their point of view. Try to understand and not be so hateful. So I really am trying to look at people with apathy, and I'm really trying to understand. I'm not so quick to cut the promo anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the latest edition of the Retro Wrestling Revival. We have the worst logo in the business, but quite frankly, we got some of the highest ratings, which quite frankly, that's all that fucking matters. But anyways.
Next is from Preston Sharp, and the subject is Sean Ross Sapp is a liar. Hey guys, know what I'm saying? I was reading wrestling this article and stuff, and everything over at WrestleZone There Man. Oh, this is the There Man guy. Written by the wrestling otaku, Sean Ross Sapp. According to him, There Man, the women in WWE are unhappy and stuff and everything. Surely this is all fake news and quite possibly the reason why Wrestling Otaku is single. Know what I'm saying? Shouldn't he be writing this about the AEW Women's Division? I understand the SRS is being told to go rip your gear there, man. But surely this is as obvious as the two martyrs. Know what I'm saying and stuff and everything? I wish that Sapp would just give an inspired goodbye and stick it to the news and not his payroll agenda there, man, and stuff and everything. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, go to bed and don't be a bottom left. Not that there's anything wrong with it and stuff and everything. This guy's the there man guy, Preston Sharp. I don't even know exactly. Read this article.
That was unintelligible. That was unintelligible.
I mean,
if your
they're not.
grammar doesn't get better, you might be banned. Hey, man, or whatever.
You there, man, and stuff and everything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, let's get back in here, right now. This is Get My Go Season 2. We are all back together again. If you didn't know by now, my name is Chad, and every single time I seem to be on this show, I'm with this collection of nuts, but we're going to get into it right here, right now. First, we have to welcome in, of course, and please just say hello after I say your name. the superpower of the Get My Go universe, the master of the Get My Go universe. He is the one and only Mr. Mike Durban.
Good day, mate.
And just because of that, we'll move down in the box below me, all the way on the other side of the world from Mallertown. It is the one and only, the sussy guy, Aussie guy, Mr. Dean, joining us as well. Dean, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. I couldn't think of it. I don't know if I can do a Chicago accent, so I was going to try and do Mike, but
when you think of a Chicago accent, who do you think of? Like what celebrity?
Well, I don't know if you guys know him, but Mike North, who used to work on Fox Sports Radio, is actually who stands out to me as a really Chicago accent. Chicago.
Wow, that's the last guy I would have thought of personally. That's the last guy. How about let's not go into it. Let's introduce the last guy on the panel. Of course, the curator and purveyor and the conservator of the creative control world. He is the now less spectacled Mr. Joe Feeney. Welcome back.
Hello. And if you were to ask me what I picture when I think of a Chicago accent, it would probably be either John Belushi or the Saturday Night Live super fans.
Yes.
Which is, I don't know that anyone actually talks like that, but that's what I think.
Oh, it's very accurate. Yeah. Especially on the South Side. Yeah. Definitely.
Pulse 300, Sonics 14.
Yeah, I'm saying I was surprised I didn't think of that one. The Bears.
Hey, and I'm back too. I just want to put myself over a little bit more. I didn't give myself enough time, but perfectly rated and back in action. Let's get going.
Yeah. All right. So season 2, you guys have enjoyed Wrestling Otaku, I'm sure. We finally recorded the one I wanted to record with the woman guest. I'm not sure which one is going to drop first, this one or that one. So, well, it was fun doing somebody different. Wrestling Otaku was great. We'll definitely go back to him later in season 2. But I find myself with the desire and the urge to go back to our original targets because these guys are still putting out even worse quality shows than ever. And we keep sharing clips between us. So, we thought, why not go back,
Let's confirm. Because now, one thing I do now is I watch some of the clips, but I don't watch all of them because I want to be surprised. But what are they called? What's happening?
Good point, Joe. They are now, as of now, I mean, it could change in a week, but they are called Wrestling Revival. No,
Retro Wrestling. Retro Wrestling Revival.
All right, so let's get into our video here. Video of the week. This is the hugely popular series they have. They have so many series, Dean. Off the top of your head, Dean, can you name all their current?
Well, we'll see how it goes. So this is Down for the Count. This is Richie Reardon's show. They do their WCW Nitro watch-alongs, Superstar, WWF Superstars. They do TNA from the beginning. What else they got? WWF Mania that they're doing.
That's a series now.
Yeah. Joe mentioned the Failed Federation series. They do that. You never know what you're going to get from the Brother Martin solo watch-alongs, but you've also got those that pop up. Baptized Fire still pops up on the feed. He records it. Well, yeah, he records it and does it live on the Retro Wrestling Revival, and obviously talks all his God stuff and all that, which all wrestling fans are going to want to tune in for.
What are we up to?
I wasn't actually counting myself.
Oh, I stopped. I lost count.
Look, I think that's the ones I can name off the top of my head.
More shows than John Paz, we could say.
Yeah.
Just like that. Now, let me point out, WWF Mania, a clip show. So they're watching along with a clip show. So essentially, you might get the first season of WWF Mania, the first little bit, they did have like one exclusive match, maybe an exclusive interview that was done. But that's it. The rest of it, clip show. So they'll be commenting on like the Todd Pettengill cut-ins.
Yes, Money. They love Todd Pettengill. And look, Chad, to be honest with you, doesn't matter what they're actually watching. They don't. They don't tell you. Like, they might occasionally say, "Oh, nice suplex" or whatever, but they just ramble on, and you got no idea from show to show. It could be any show. You know, whether it's TNA, WCW, you wouldn't be able to pick which company they're watching.
I don't know what to say again. It's the same. It's back down the rabbit hole. Here we go.
Yeah, everybody's
excited.
Listeners and viewers are all excited. We haven't done this in 3-4 months maybe, so everybody here is excited. We were all up early, chomping at the bit. So let's get it going.
Something about the fall foliage that does it for me and sitting in this chair and being a part of this. Now, I'd like to borrow Dean's noose by the end of it, but that's a different story.
It is still here.
Yeah,
We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it, buddy.
All right, here we go. I clipped the first 2 minutes where it's bad pixelated photos in a slideshow that John made with very low audio, like WWF audio. So we're going to take it right from the end of that slideshow.
All right, what's happening out there, everybody? Hope everybody's doing wonderful on this Tuesday.
Yes, Joe.
We should have a slideshow of our own about the progression of John's hair. I don't understand what's happening. To me, it looks like he went bald and just got a pelt and just glued it to his head.
Yeah.
And occasionally it slides. There's no way he goes to a barber shop, right? That's self-made. It has to be. What is happening?
Yeah, it does look like a bad toupee.
It looks like a piece.
It's not. We know he's got real hair. He's got a head of hair, but
yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
And it's amazing when he makes fun of other people's hairdos when he's doing watch-alongs. But yeah,
that cut is uneven as their logo. Look at all the space on the right side of his head compared to the left. What is happening?
With the positioning of his mic, his keyboard, it sounds like he's got this giant keyboard with giant keys because it's just ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
So joining him on this episode is Richie, the real deal heel Reardon. Brother Martin must have worked late that night. Dean, offhand, how many of these do you think they've done? Down for the
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's
3
not
or
many,
4.
right?
Yeah, yeah. That's their only consistent one. Brother Martin shows, they'll say going live at 11:30, and then it'll be 12:30. Yeah. With Richie always bang on 11:30, they're ready to go.
Yeah, Richie is a pro, so he sticks to a schedule.
Yeah, disclaimer. I don't know. I liked Richie when we had him on the first episode or whatever. And I was very surprised and dismayed when he made his return, and I still don't particularly understand it. I mean, I understand, man, I just want to talk wrestling. Yeah, but you already tried this, and we're doing it for the fun of it. Is it really fun to podcast with John? I don't. I'm going to try my best not to take any swings at Richie because I did like him when we had him on. But let's see what we got here.
Hey, look, if anything is an indication of the not made bed behind him, then we're in for a bumpy ride.
Well, I'm right off the bat, I'm going to give Richie a pass on this episode. He's not using a microphone. Normally he does. I think he has a Yeti or a Snowball or whatever, but this one, he does not have a microphone or headphones. The bed's not made. You'll learn later on. He just moved into a new house. So
hey, I sympathize. I can. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
respect. Sorry, I'll take that back, Richie.
Yeah, behind you, Chad. Chad's got some Home Depot boxes. Looks Chad's in the process of moving. So
jerseys are coming down off the wall. It's time to move on the road again.
It always looks like I'm moving, but I'm not.
I know. Come on, clean that up. Jesus, killing me.
What I will say is I hate that kind of hat. With the
flat brim,
and you can see I despise it.
Yeah,
that doesn't spell militia correctly either.
No, it doesn't.
Day evening. You are watching or listening. If you are listening in audio later on, you are watching or listening to the Retro Wrestling Revival, and this is Down for the Count, our Tuesday night extravaganza. I am John Wangland, and joining me here, as always, my partner on Down for the Count, the real deal heel Richie Reardon. How you doing, buddy?
Not much, man. Just hanging out.
And furthermore, let's not, disrespect the word extravaganza, please.
Doing good, man. Actually, very excited to talk about these topics today, and a shocker of an announcement this week by AEW that I'm glad we're going to get to go over and cover and give our thoughts on. Man, this is a huge development that's going to happen. That's been in the course of many.
Immediately, you're going to see Mr. William Wilson and what was the other guy's name? Mike Keaton. So those are two new names, kind of. It's not the usual Michael Loving. It's two new guys. I think one of them's from England. So they've expanded their fan base. They're not quite at double digits yet, but they do have some more people watching.
Hence the world graphic.
There's got to be I'm sorry, but if you spend time watching this, you've got to be mentally disturbed. I mean, you literally would have more fun watching wrestling alone and talking to yourself than and probably learn more than you would by watching this show. But
I think you'd have fun trying to piss in your own mouth a little bit more than you would doing this.
Yeah, just lay upside down. Oh, never mind.
Oh, gee, oh, sorry about that.
Oh,
This wrestling fans been waiting for. So, yeah, man, can't wait to talk about it with you tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. What's up, William? What's up, Mike, out there as well? We hope everybody's doing good. If you're watching this live later on, listening to it, whatever, we welcome you to the show. We hope you guys are all doing great out there. We're gonna have a really fun show tonight. Richie, tell them what we're gonna be doing tonight, because we got some great topics for the evening.
Well, we've been kind of teasing that we're gonna go over the Austin heel turn, the Stone Cold Steve Austin heel turn that we thought never would come when he sold his soul to the devil himself.
Okay, so look on the left side of your screen.
what the fuck?
Someone has clearly been watching too many Joe Feeney videos, and they've picked up one of your habits, Joe.
Come on. Does he at least smoke cool? No. Look at those fingers.
Those fingers look like...
Ooh.
Can he not Nancy boy everything he tries to do? Like,
he just felt the need right this second to do that. Like, just had to right at that moment. What are we, like 8 seconds into the recording? We had to hit. Oh shit! Look how cool I am! Come on, Michael Keaton. Let's see it.
I think later on he starts drinking beer too. So he's drinking and smoking.
He's been watching me then.
Of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and made the heel turn that nobody thought he would actually make. So we're going to go over that. We've got some developments coming out of AEW, and also, we also got some WWE news of some couple returns that could really change the game as far as this war is concerned.
Boy, it's really heating up here with some of the topics that we're going to talk about. Do you want to cover modern stuff first, or do you want to cover these topics, or do you want to hit on the heel turn first? Which do you prefer, my friend?
Yeah, let's cover all the news first, and then we'll get into the heel turn.
All right, so let's get right on into it here. Man,
someone's got a TV going or something. Yeah. Only if you're the Disco Inferno are you allowed to do that.
Actual television. I mean, maybe it's wrestling news to the minute, like like round the clock wrestling action on some feed. I mean, if it's any indication of what we can hear, it's got to be something special.
Owen Hart is now all elite. His foundation, his family, whoever controls that, has agreed in principle to allow Owen's rights to be utilized via AEW and their various platforms. They're going to push him out there on. Looks like it's going to be merchandise, video games. I think they already said he's going to be in the video game, or maybe a future one. Just different events and things for them that they can focus around Owen Hart's legacy. What a great moment for the Owen Hart fans, which is so many of us out here, that, man,
out here,
there,
we're finally going to get Owen that mainstream attention. Martha has finally allowed it,
because until now, Owen Hart's been like a cult classic kind of wrestler. Like nobody in the mainstream wrestling community knew who Owen Hart was.
Nope.
His likeness, for his brand, his life, Owen Hart, all that great stuff. They're finally getting it here in AEW. She made the complete change on this and kind of flipped her tune that she'd been going on for so long because of the WWE. It's just awesome to see. What do you think about
Flipperoonie?
I think it's one of the biggest things that could happen for AEW right now, outside of signing
Michael Keaton.
You don't flip a tune. You change a tune. Thank you.
You do if you're on a jukebox, way back in the day. I just want to point this out. This is just, I know this is like the theme of the show, but I just want to point it out. He somehow got worse. I don't know how, but his skills have diminished even from the last time we have watched him. And this is fascinating, but please continue.
Different wrestlers. This is something, they're going to get to make action figures of this guy. And we haven't seen an Owen Hart action figure in the better part of probably 15 years. So we're going to get that. We're also going to he's going to be featured in the video game as a legend on the AEW video game that's coming out with the same creators that were the creators of the best wrestling game, in my opinion, No Mercy. Royal Rumble and WCW NWO Revenge. They created all those games, and they're making the AEW game.
Pause. Yeah, sorry. You're noticing it too. What is going on with Wanglin? What's he fidgeting for?
Dude, he's fascinating.
He's got ants in his pants.
He's absolutely fascinating to watch. All I could picture is like he belongs in the room with R.P. McMurphy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's just
great reference.
Now that he's with AEW, man, I think it would best interest AEW to start their own Hall of Fame division here.
Why?
Hot take.
I mean, they've been around for 2 years, and already they should start a Hall of Fame, and the first person they should put in is Owen Hart. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, Richie. I'm sorry, but that doesn't make any sense.
Definitely be potentially coming up. In the rumors they say.
Hold on, John. What was that?
I think that could definitely be potentially coming up. In the rumors they say that Martha's all about the money, and that
for the Guns N' Roses joke of the week, Mike. That sounds like Axl Rose describing if they're gonna release new music. Oh, definitely, potentially.
Yeah.
That's great.
Kind of the knock that people have on her that she's kind of money hungry, that she does this, she does that. I don't see that at all, because everything that she's made towards the Owen Hart, for Owen Hart and his name for all these years, she gives back.
The foundation.
Yeah, it's been at the foundation. She hasn't, from what I've seen or heard of or know of, I don't even think she draws a salary from that.
Who's ever said she's money hungry?
Yeah,
I've never heard
that.
Heard that once.
McMahon.
Yeah, Jerry McDivitt, maybe.
Yeah.
I've heard fans be angry because she won't let him be in the Hall of Fame, but I've never heard the money hungry. If she was money hungry, she'd be selling out. She would have been selling out his likeness 20 years ago, but she never did that.
Just for fact purposes too, Richie said there hasn't been an Owen Hart figure in 15 years. Well, 1999 was longer than 15 years, and there hasn't been anything made outside of that one DVD, which we know wasn't really received very well. No Owen merchandise to be had.
They never made like John's Wall. There's that classic series. Whatever.
No, never got the okay to do Owen. So anything prior to his death was the only thing that would come out. I think the last thing was, ironically, a Blue Blazer figure. That was the last one.
I think Pro Wrestling Tees made one of those little mini characters.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Mike Keaton says, "I'm glad he's getting remembered." Absolutely.
Very nice.
He's only getting remembered now, Michael Keaton. I mean,
Jesus.
Oh, their viewers are as dumb as they are.
Jeff said he actually doesn't like the streams crossing. There's no
son of a bitch, Jeff. You
seems like they're pandering, my friends. Probably not a popular opinion. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion on that. That's where I'm going to put it there.
What was the last part? I love that. I love when he just adds shit at the end of a sentence.
I respect your opinion on that. That's where I'm going to put it there.
That's a new one, because over there, and he's going to sit over there, but put it there. He's just going to put it there.
Put it there. And Jeff, please, like if you're working late at night and you need something to watch or listen to, just ask me. I can find you anything literally that's going to be more interesting than this, pal. Like you're hurting my heart here that you're wasting time on this.
I think it'd be a great thing if Bret Hart came over, and not just for the Owen Hart situation, but for creative as well.
There's no creative.
Stand by 1 second here, Richie. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Mom, the meatloaf.
I really think that this could be a tipping moment for AEW. Actually, I really do. I think this mentioning of Owen Hart and him actually being utilized by the company is really going to do big things for AEW.
Hey, Richie, cover me for 1 second. I just got to let the dogs out really fast, but I really like you to kind of tell people where you think they're going to go with the merchandising and stuff for him in the game, and why you think it's a big move for them.
Yeah, sure. Well, because Owen Hart's likeness, John brings up a good question.
Yeah, great shot of the side of his head there. Watch.
Yeah.
Now, does Richie do the Garth from Wayne's World, where he doesn't know what to do when he's solo? Yeah,
I'm having a good time. Not. You ever see the scene in Scanners when that dude's head blew up?
Because
look at that.
No,
it's a good piece.
Classic.
Owen Hart's likeness, John brings up a good question. Why would they do it, and how much?
Whoa, what's that behind him? What is that? Is that a new exercise machine? Is that a treadmill?
It looks like a QVC stepper, like my mom has.
Oh, I can see the dust on it.
He needs to use that during a watch along. John, if you're listening, I need to see you stepping away while watching WCW Nitro. It'd be fabulous.
It would be so winded.
Now, we all get called during shows. I mean, we do all the time. I have to preface it with anybody who I'm doing a show with. I usually have something very big going on at these recording times. And if I have an interruption, you'll see me off to the side texting and moving on. If I have to use the facilities, I'm holding it as best I can to get through it. But if this is his show and he's live on Facebook, doesn't his wife know that he can't come and let the dogs out? I mean, like, shouldn't that be established? Hey, I'm going downstairs again or wherever to record. Oh, okay. Must be the same time every night. Mm-hmm. She can't just let the damn dogs out.
I think she realizes what a joke this is. And if he was to be like, I can't stop the show, she would just fucking, really? I think
Do we have any lip readers that could read his lips when it was muted?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the other side, hey, dumb fuck, the dogs are barking. Get rid of them. Oh, okay.
Did you not let the dogs out like you do every night of the year at 9:00? Like,
well, because Owen Hart's likeness, John brings up a good question. Why would they do it, and how much do I think it's worth?
I'm so upset you cut it there.
Yeah. I think Richie went on for like 2 minutes, just about nothing.
Just grabbing at stuff. Hey, we'll take this one over here.
Yeah, it's the BCA series.
Yeah, the bone crunching action. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually got a minty one.
Yeah. You got a lot of ones. How
you got a lot of ones. he does that a lot.
You got a lot of ones. How much unpacking you got to do for just your collection alone in the new house?
Dude, it's insane. Like,
did you rent a U-Haul just for that, Richie?
It's probably gonna happen. Yeah,
he thinks he's so funny.
Oh my god, I think he actually did this after I made fun of him for possibly doing it.
It's probably gonna happen. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. My pickup truck and a U-Haul would probably be.
Look at him throwing the beers back.
Is that a Milwaukee's Best, you unclassy son of a bitch? It's a Bud Ice, I think. Oh.
Now, you mentioned to me, too, that there's been rumors of The Undertaker and Stone Cold potentially going back to WWE relatively soon. Fill me in on this a little bit, what you heard.
Well,
before we get into this, has anybody else heard that?
Fill me in on this absolute make-believe.
I haven't heard a word.
From wrestling news with a Z.com or whatever.
So there was a few articles that I just kind of was scrolling through and read, and whenever Stone Cold, I'll cover Austin first because of just the theme tonight. But whenever Stone Cold's mentioned, I always take it with a grain of salt because the guy is, he hung it up. He swore he hung it up after that match with The Rock the final time. He said he was never coming back. He's the one that stayed true to it. He's made a few appearances here and there. The WrestleMania in Texas, he came out with Shawn and Mick and they stunned the New Day and all that kind of stuff. And then the Wyatt family they went against. But, Stone Cold Steve Austin, let's face it, his injuries are not going to allow him to come back for a full-time schedule. But we're seeing WWE utilize guys that can't do a full-time schedule, with the likes of Edge and people like that. So do I think it could be possible? Yeah.
Edge came back to work a full-time schedule.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Just watching John again, like he looks like he's ready to go out for a fight. He keeps doing this with his neck, and he's constantly bobbing and weaving. It's incredible just to see them. I'm not even listening to Richie. Don't care what he's saying. I'm just watching this idiot.
Absolutely, 100%. Do I think it's going to be long term? Absolutely not. I think he'll dip in and dip out, maybe for a Mania match, just to get the ratings up, and kind of have a few appearances on Raw, come out, stun somebody, that kind of thing. I don't see him being in like a storyline like The Rock was, where he came back for a couple pay-per-views, won the title, and then lost it at Mania. I don't think Austin has it in the tank to do that.
That's going to literally inspire me to quit. It looks so stupid.
I mean, Joe, we didn't want to say anything to you. We love you, but now that you see it in front of you, I mean, that's what you. Joe, you look a little different when you do it. Okay, you're not blatantly trying to do it in front of the camera. Not giving anything to this discussion and just trying to figure out what to do with your hands. So, let me hit my thing. Oh, I'm so cool. Oh yeah,
fucking Christ.
So I was going to say it, and I held back because of you, Joe. But I was like, have it before you go on, and then don't have it until you're done with the show. Like I'm a smoker, and I'd love to sit here with a fucking dart and smoke away, but I just think it looks horrible and disgusting on a video show.
I just remember the one time I was actually on Wrestling with Reality with Matt Kuhn and a couple other people. It was like Royal Rumble 2018 or 19 wrap up show, and it was a big panel, and Kuhn was on there, and this dude chain smoked the entire hour and a half. Non-stop.
I was the same.
Yeah,
I was the same when I was on Reality Check because I didn't have my little cocoon then, and I was just sitting in my shed, and so I'd sit there smoking away because I knew it wasn't video; we were just doing audio. So I was like, I don't care. But as soon as I started doing this and it was video, I'm like, I'm not smoking during it. Like that looks horrible.
Were you living the Fat Coon gimmick?
I was actually. I was living that gimmick.
What a group. John, Mike, and Matt Kuhn, and who else was on? Wasn't Husey on?
No, Husey wasn't on that. It was the Simple Man.
Oh boy.
And it was like two guys that I'd never heard of and never heard from since.
The Simple Man was probably Big Daddy J back then.
Yeah, he was not the Simple Man. You're right. And that episode's been scrubbed. You can't find that anywhere. John took that down right when Get My Go started.
Really does a match?
Steve Austin?
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Wow. Gosh. I can't see it, Richie. I just can't.
Why not?
Due to his injuries with his neck and stuff and what they've told him. I think he's content with his legacy outside of it.
Yeah, but now that he said that, Stone Cold's going to come back.
I was just going to say that.
He's going to whoop ass and take names and be like 98 all over again.
Yeah, I 100% guarantee now that even though I didn't believe it before, that Steve Austin will return to the ring.
You heard it here first. Stone Cold Steve Austin's coming back.
Kind of like maybe Jeff mentioned here, like maybe a commissioner's type role that they've done in the past or something.
Yeah, they did that like 18 years ago.
Legit 18 years ago. Damn, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Stone Cold has enough money to last him for the rest of 10 lifetimes.
He got 6 figures to do a private signing not too long ago. Okay,
which one? That Mania one from like 2 or 3 years ago?
That one I think was 6 figures, but well into the 6 figures. This one was a 6-figure deal just to sign privately for a few companies
in a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
conference room. Give him a little bit more credit. It's conference room.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do think that there is one person that he could really elevate and put over the moon if they did have a match and a program together.
That was for you, Dean. I knew you'd like that one.
Over the moon.
Put over the moon.
Yeah. But he normally, it's buried to the moon. That I
who did he
very
say?
much enjoy.
Who did he think Austin could elevate?
Have a guess. Have a guess. Come on. Because I know the answer to this. You said Cross?
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, jeez. I was thinking, Cesaro or Dolph Ziggler.
See, I picked it and I saw it coming a mile away. Who uses Stone Cold's finisher?
Kevin Owens. Okay.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, I think we talked.
Yeah. Why? Especially since he's probably going to leave anyway. Austin's not going to come back to work with the guy that's going to leave.
Put him over on the way out the door.
I don't know, because Owens is a scrappy young up-and-comer who could really use the momentum.
Good.
Yeah, he's not 39.
Talked about that last week, actually. We mentioned that. Go back and check it out in the archives for everybody out there. It's also on audio now, too, so you can check that out on audio if you want to do it that way. Cheap plug right there for the audio version of it.
It wasn't cheap. Don't worry.
Listen to how much. Look at his joy with how he snuck that in.
Cheap plug right there for the audio version of it. Like how I threw that in.
Yeah, man, you're a marketer.
So clever,
dude. Savvy marketing genius. Wow, like how I threw that in there, huh?
Aren't we on the retro wrestling revival? Is this retro?
Yeah, why wouldn't they just do this? Like, they should have done 2 separate shows with this. Half of the show is talking about Austin and the Undertaker. Then the other half is I don't even know what. I forgot at this point.
Yeah. So I mean, we talked about it last week. Would he be a great addition, like a Kevin Owens? Absolutely over there, but
absolutely over there.
Take a drink.
A great addition. I think he definitely would. Sure. But in the same aspect is he most likely will get lost in the shuffle.
Joe loved that one.
Raised.
When you look at the talent that is over there.
Over there, another drink.
Over there.
I know
we got to do that. That would be great. A Get My Go drinking competition for the over theirs, and oh my god, we'd be dead.
I just wish he was saying they're over there. That would be fucking.
That's when he gets like amped up.
Yeah,
I'd love you. Love that.
Calling the delegation.
Oh, jeez, the fucking delegation. Boy, that's an episode, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking no, it isn't.
That's an episode. They're going to do a whole episode on the delegation.
What's the delegation?
I don't even know what that is. Yeah.
I think it's something to do with. They were talking about the Usos and the Samoan faction.
Yeah, but the delegation was something Mark Henry talked about with amongst all the black wrestlers. There was some sort of group, and he called the delegation. That's the callback.
Guess you just had to be there.
You had to be there.
I agree with you too, but in the same token, WWE's
on.
I guess when you're on a stream with John, somehow your brain gets like
scrambled eggs.
Look at that freeze.
Let's have a look at John. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It looks like he's got like a party favor, one of those.
Oh, you fucking weenie!
What is he trying to accomplish? What aren't you supposed to hold it when you have it in your mouth? I mean, what's he freestyle?
He's got an oral fetish.
It's got to be the New Year's graphic.
And for doing that, they got to pull out all.
Oh, look at that! A nice grip.
He's fisting it.
Yeah, I agree.
He can fit his whole hand around it.
Token, WWE is known for doing that. They got to pull out all the stops in certain situations.
You motherfucker.
And I think selling to Peacock, the WWE network, is another death nail in their coffin because of the content.
Another death knell in their coffin.
Yeah, that's tough.
Mixed metaphors and cliches. They both do it. It's fantastic.
No, I don't think it's anything about money. I think Austin would come back because he's a company guy, and we're
still talking about Austin.
you got to hear. I clipped this because Richie, no offense, man, but this is the dumbest reason ever. He says that Austin would come back as a favor to McMahon because the company's down right now, and he's a company man. I'm like, dude, why at any point in the last 20 years has he not done that? Then And now he's going to come back when nobody's watching. He's going to come back and risk serious injury when nobody's watching. Listen.
No, I don't think it's anything about money. I think Austin would come back because he's a company guy and he's seeing WWE fall pretty quickly. And I think he would try to help Vince out by coming back and doing something for him.
Do you think Austin would move the needle?
Well,
hot take.
Let's get on to the topic at hand for tonight. We're going to talk about the Austin heel turn now that we've been talking about Stone Cold here. So when you pitched this idea, I think it's a great idea. We covered some of it, a little parts of it, before in the past with the Alliance stuff. But the Austin heel turn, tell me what you're thinking here on this right from the beginning. Tell me your thoughts. Lead us into this.
Well, Austin had just come back from, the kayfabe storyline was he got hit by a car from Rikishi. And
I did it for The Rock.
I did it for family. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
Like, he makes drinking and smoking like the uncoolest. Like, if you wanted to do a PSA for kids on not to smoke or drink, like, this is like, just show this guy, man. It looks so fucking lame.
I love how his intros and preparation is top shelf.
Anyway,
yeah. So, what are you thinking on this? Just what's the plan here?
Now keep an eye out for John, the Irish whiskey connoisseur, on a future episode.
Let's be real. This was their little version, and this is my opinion. You tell me after if you think I'm tracking here on the right way.
Oh my God.
What?
Mumble.
I love that one. Am I tracking on the right way?
Tracking here on the right way.
Simple. Am I on the right path? Or am I spot on? Like, there's so many other cliches you could use, but somehow it's all disjointed and just gobbledygook is what it is.
This is exactly why, like, we can't ever move away from John. Who else is giving us gold like that? And as Chad said earlier, he is getting worse. When he first started, he wasn't bad. like compared to what he is now, you know what I mean? Like 2018, Johnny podcasting, the innocent little boy that he was back then, was much better at it than 2021 version.
You know what his number one problem is? Well, lack of talent. But number two problem is confidence. See, back then he was just starting, so he was probably really trying, like he thought over what he was going to say, this and that. Now it's been a few years, so he's confident in what he does, and it made him worse. Like, you should not be confident. You should still be going over everything with a fine toothbrush.
And we don't have Brother Martin on this episode, but he is exactly the same. He's got way too much confidence for his abilities, and I mean, it makes it fun and entertaining for us to pick apart. But like, seriously, I don't understand how people can watch it and like, without it solely being the purpose of making fun of it. Like, watching it for entertainment, I find that bizarre.
Did you catch Dark Side of the Ring last week?
I didn't. I've been trying to find it to watch it online. I definitely want to see it. I've caught all the fallout from the episode.
Now, what do you think about Tommy Dreamer's comments, kind of, diminishing?
I think it is a disgrace that they're treating Tommy Dreamer the way they're treating him. He was basically, he's a wrestler, man, and Ric Flair's the man to every wrestler in that situation. So and he came from ECW, for Christ's sake. Like, this shit is normal over there to those guys. So for everybody shitting on Tommy Dreamer, I ask you, what better guy in the wrestling business is there right now than Tommy Dreamer? How many people have given it back as much as he has to younger talent?
He does.
The guy is a Hall of Fame fucking human being. And I think.
All right, so hold on, Joe. Before we get into that, whatever you have to say, Richie's gonna go on to praise Tommy Dreamer and everything. Now, if you listen to John's show with Martin right after that Dark Side happened, and then the Dreamer fallout, John and Martin ripped apart Tommy Dreamer for like an hour. Did you hear that, Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they ripped. They were like so moral, these two guys, and they just tore apart Tommy Dreamer. And it's just on this episode now, John's kind of got a different tune.
Shocker. No, I was gonna say, like, I love Tommy Dreamer. I've met him. I've spoken with him. He is indeed a pretty great guy. Whether or not that's a front for fans or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can only judge people on the way they've treated you. And but Richie, dick wagging is not acceptable no matter what environment you're in, especially cornering somebody. Like, it's just not. So to shrug it off as this is just the way it is, that's the problem. Actually, that was the problem then. That's why there was so much heat around it.
That's what's been funny to me. Like, I loved listening to Cornette defend, Ric Flair. And like, his main thing was nobody ever really taught him to not be a douchebag. Like, it's, and Tommy, I agree. Tommy seems like a really nice guy, but they were dumb comments. Like, you can't deny it was dumb to say. Whether they, edit it to make him look even worse is irrelevant. Those words came out of his mouth and they were dumb.
Yeah. Oh, they get into the editing. You got to hear John's thoughts on the whole editing process.
Did Chad have to let the dogs out?
On some of the speech, maybe he could have worded it better for a 2021 environment, since there's a lot of fucking pussies out there that want everything censored. But give the guy a fucking break, man. If anybody deserves a pass, it's Tommy Dreamer.
Or a second chance, like.
So he's saying to give Tommy Dreamer a second chance. John just said that, but yet anybody watching this, when you're done, go listen to John and Martin talk about it. He's totally flip-flopped.
We said it on the show the other night. I'm not standing up for his comments. If Rick really did try to grope on a chick, and and he was trying to diminish that if this was really the case and what happened, and he's diminishing that, like,
that's an impressive use of a word for once.
Do you think this hurts Charlotte?
No, I don't think it hurt Charlotte. I don't think Charlotte's going anywhere. People always say, "Oh, Charlotte could go to AEW." Charlotte's never leaving the WWE. She's another lifer to me, like Randy Orton. Randy Orton's a lifer over there. Like, these are the people that know where their bread's buttered. Look at the push that Charlotte's been given. And it's not fair to put that on her anyways. If this is her dad and this is what he did, why should she get blamed? It's like Benoit's kid, with him trying to get in. He doesn't deserve, if he really wanted to make it in wrestling, he doesn't deserve to be completely, ousted and as a leper because of what his dad did. That's not him. Charlotte shouldn't face any repercussions from it either. And anybody, if they did, they should be ashamed of themselves for that, because that's her dad. That's not her.
Fuck. So much. I mean,
she's a lifer. How do you know she's a lifer, dude? If the money's right, people will go anywhere. There's no lifers.
Yeah, and her boyfriend's over there.
Yeah.
Her husband or whatever.
Fiance. Yeah.
Over there.
I love that he's suddenly comparing Ric Flair to Chris Benoit. It's a bit of a leap.
It's hard to know. Did it happen? We don't know. We weren't there. But we can't keep beating people up for something from 20 years ago in the same aspect.
So on the previous episode, you said he buried Dreamer just for talking about it, but he doesn't want to punish the guy who actually did it.
Did he make a dumbass comment towards it? Yeah. Okay. Got it. We've already addressed that.
Goofy ass fucking guy that says a lot of goofy shit.
But this is what he does for a living, and he's not applauding him right there. Give him a little bit of a repercussion, but I really
wait a minute.
I love that. I love that part.
Dude, that was like
applauding him right there. Give him a little bit of a
Dude, I'm sorry. That's like a slow kid at the zoo, like clapping for the seals. Have you ever applauded anything in your life? How do you not know how to do that properly?
Percussion, but I really hope he gets his opportunity back, because
he's the kind of guy that uses comedic relief for a very tense situation.
And he's a very dry personality too.
He's making excuses for Tommy Dreamer now. I mean,
those comments were hilarious. It was definitely comedic relief.
I could see the editing in there, how they did it. And when you watch the whole thing, you can see how they cut and panned out to certain things too. So does he deserve, if this is the way that he really felt and was displaying it? Yeah, it's a poor choice. It was a poor choice then at that point. But
acting
Jeff,
like he's doing the Simpsons, where Homer, the dramatization may not have happened, where Homer is that sweet can.
Yeah, Jeff, in this instance here, Jeff said, how much do you cut out of a podcast versus 100%. What makes it like 1 to 3? I would, with video too, I would suggest the numbers way higher, even higher than even that.
John doesn't cut anything out of a podcast.
Ever.
Zero editing, ever.
Wow.
Oh, no, he cuts out the dead air. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember when he attempted that. Yeah. Jeez.
I always try. I'm sorry. I always try to get it in one shot. But, I think everybody has been on a show where you have to do some sort of edit. This guy doesn't edit 1 out of 3.
No.
0 out of 5.
0.
Video's a whole different ballgame. It's easier 100%. To cut audio. But when they're doing video, they can maneuver this thing. So think about this. Somebody's talking on there and they have an interview with him. They probably interviewed the guy for about 2 or 3 hours and literally probably put in the whole show with the stuff that he
15,
said.
20 minutes.
Not even. I would say if you were to go time that, what was on that show with him talking, I'd say you'd have less than 5 minutes.
And it ruined his whole fucking situation.
It took out all of his income out of what was said in 5 minutes. So they could maneuver that around. They have to be able to do that because they're not able to give 90 minutes to this person, an hour to this person, hour. I mean, the show would be just nonstop. They have to do that. So they can spin it any way you want, but in the same aspect, they know what they're signing up for. They understand.
That's the new drinking game
in 2021.
Yep. You got to know what you're signing up for, and you got to realize that not everybody's going to. Boring doesn't sell. No controversy, no drama. That doesn't sell. People 100%. Want drama.
Okay. This next part is awesome. Here we go. So he's going to compare himself to how he's been vilified. Yeah.
Oh, this will be good.
Yep. Everything you say kind of will be used against you. There's no statute of limitations or common sense. Yeah. Don't I know that, man? Anything any people can think or say about you can be totally used against you in today's day and age. And people are relentless on it then because let's be real. People love drama and misery wants misery to be around them. They love company.
Oh, dude, you totally fucked that up.
And one chance.
Misery wants misery to be around it.
Come on.
That's famous saying.
And furthermore, no, like the only thing that's ever happened with John is people have used his own words in this parody aspect, or I mean, it's things that you said, dude. It's not. No one ever made up a fucking thing. It's your words. I'm sorry if they embarrass you.
People have lost their way of like innocent until proven guilty.
It's guilty till proven innocent now.
Yeah. I mean, you've experienced it just in your world of podcasting. You know, so
it's John's world of podcasting. That's the world he's in. No.
Oh my god.
Richie, why are you giving him credit and saying that he's in the world of podcasting? He's
Especially
not.
When Richie knows better and is expressed as such.
It's just social media is a very powerful thing. It can be used for good or it could be used for evil. And unfortunately, there's too many people out there using it for evil.
Evil. So next week.
I wonder what's going on next week. Now I'm like dying to know.
What do you think's going? Chad, just pick randomly. What do you think's going on next week?
Oh, I mean, are we talking news? Or are we talking
for their show for Richie and John?
NWO and WWE.
Oh, that's a good one. I guess I'd have to agree.
I'm not guessing because I know what it is.
Yeah, it's
and I also know that it didn't happen.
or that it didn't happen. All right, now I don't want to throw a guess out and be wrong.
Got any ideas on anything right now that's resonating with you that you'd like to hit on next week on Down for the Count?
Man, I would like to. I mean, I picked this one here. I would like to hear some thoughts on you. What you think would be a good idea to go over?
Yeah, so next week, let's
dude, look at his fucking head turn there.
Yeah, now he's getting confident again. Yeah, let me look up to the sky. Let me look at the camera.
Yeah, to go over.
Yeah, so next week, let's do this. Let's throw a little bit of a curveball. We've never really covered him too much on the show. Let's look at Mick Foley.
Hardworking Bobby Walker.
Oh, we would love to cover hardworking Bobby Walker. He's MIA though right now.
Yep.
He's MIA. He's not back around much. Over in WCW and Mick Foley's run when he really became a mainstream star. And I really want to kind of break down what was the thing that really turned the corner for Mick Foley. What was the thing that made him a star? What was the thing that made Mick Foley a made man?
What the fuck was that?
He looks up in the sky for 2 seconds and he came out with this long answer. He's got a whole direction for the show.
Go back like 5 seconds. Did you see that head movement? That was atrocious.
Mick Foley, a made man. And there's a lot of moments out there that we can talk about. I'd love to pay some respect to Mick Foley next week. What do you think about that?
He's like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, dude, he's out of
D'Lo
control.
Brown.
Yes, Mick Foley jumped off a cell. End of episode.
Yeah.
End of episode.
That was it. He jumped to WWF.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, dude, that sounds great to me, man. Mick Foley was one of the kindest, nicest, time-taking guys for his fans when I met him.
Time-taking
guys.
Guys.
I can't say enough about the guy. I truly admire Mick Foley for his work that he does with children's books, with his comedy, with him being an author, and doing everything he's done outside the ring. He's a hell of a guy as far as a family man, takes care of his kids, loves his wife, and has done a lot of things that you don't see wrestlers get to do and enjoy after the fact, marriage and having the same kid, same wife with the kids and everything like that, and the success that he's had outside the ring as well. It's really good to see for somebody like that. And you don't get to see that all too often in the wrestling business. So
yeah,
if the real deal heel says it, then it's got to be legit. Good job, Mick Foley. Private signing with IB exclusives coming in November.
He does have his microphone too, Mike. I just saw him shift it.
Richie?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's got a white snowball there, man.
I think that'd be a great episode.
No, it wouldn't.
I think everybody's done one about it at some point. So,
oh, you know what? I got it. I know exactly where the fuck that came from. Last week, Jim Ross's episode was on Mick Foley.
Unbelievable.
Mick Foley is one of the all-time greats, and just
a lot of people don't like to admit that. There's a lot out there that don't.
No, and he's
admit it. What do you mean admit it?
What are they going to admit?
Yeah.
Who's pushing back on that one?
I mean, is that controversial?
Guy that could definitely be on the consideration for me as one of the guys maybe on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
No.
As
No,
one of the
stop,
top
John.
three.
Come on, man.
Stop.
God.
Dude, I love Mick Foley, and he was my guy when I was younger, and I've seen it all, and he's not. I love Mick, dude. Top 25, maybe. Come on,
Chad. For you, it's the whole rated thing. For me, your Mount Rushmore. Your Mount Rushmore can fuck off. I don't want to hear your Mount Rushmore.
Give me your women's wrestling Mount Rushmore.
Charlotte, Medusa, Alundra Blaze, and Fabulous Moolah.
Excuse me, what? Medusa and Alundra Blaze are the same girl.
No, I'm thinking Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel, Moolah, Alundra Blaze, and Charlotte Flair. But, I mean, who's going to argue that, right?
Popular opinion.
Yeah, and it blows my mind to think about it because, man, the talent that Mick Foley had. So that'll
Not
be a
just with one character, but three.
With three. And he had other versions of it in other places too that he got over too.
Yep.
This guy, people don't give him enough credit for what he did. So
Jack Manson.
Say it.
Bang bang.
Yep.
God, you gotta love Cactus Jack. But yeah, so I think that's a great topic for next week.
He didn't say underrated.
I was waiting for it. I was on the edge of my seat. Come on. I mean, just like, why don't you talk a little bit more about it if you're going to talk about it next week? Give us more of a breakdown.
Yeah.
Jesus, so hack.
By the way, Chad, Mick Foley, underrated or overrated?
No, he's exactly where we need him to be. I mean, the guy got over with different personas, can come back and wrestle as himself, can throw on some tie-dye, be Dude Love, throw up Bang Bang, be Cactus Jack. The guy maybe, again, this is the debate, maybe undervalued in the grand scheme of pro wrestling, maybe underutilized at times, but not the other word, which we don't say. It's laughable when anybody says that kind of shit. Only I have allowed now. If you're a worker or you're a personality in wrestling, you can use that term. I will signify that and tell everybody that is it. You can use that term. Anybody else cannot.
Let's throw out there before we head out for the night, my friend.
The first MMA podcast that we're doing with Knuckle Bump is going to be UFC 266.
Jesus
Got
Christ.
Nick Diaz.
I was waiting for the reaction on that.
What the fuck is Knuckle Bump?
Well, of course,
do that before you fight.
Is that the name of the show or is that a personality?
Yeah. It's Richie and some other guy. Gene, do you know who the guy was?
No idea. I thought it was going to be on the Retro Wrestling Revival feed there, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it.
He names him. It's nobody I know of.
You're doing it on your own. Good for you, Richie.
Yeah. Stay off this feed, Richie. Do your own thing.
Man, a fight that is years and years in the making versus Robbie Lawler, the Ruthless One.
Awesome. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Can't wait to see what you guys are going to be doing with that. And we hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for coming out tonight. If you came out live and watched us late with us, or if you checked it out later on, we really appreciate it. Don't forget, shows are available in audio once again on all the major podcast outlets, the Retro Wrestling Revival. Go and check it out over there. Make sure you like, subscribe, give us a review. Nice one, preferably as well, please. Throw that love on out there. We'd appreciate it.
Too, baby. We can handle it.
Hey, we've gotten worse, right?
Yeah, right.
And probably will get worse at some point. But yeah, we really appreciate that. So make sure you guys
bang bang.
You have gotten worse.
Yeah.
I give Richie the credit. Richie's got poise, at least. He's got a little bit more of a persona and presence than whatever I'm looking at on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, I did find back when I was going through the back catalogue, the Richie Reardon episodes were the easiest for me to listen to when I was trying to find clips because I was like, at least Richie can put together a coherent sentence. Yeah, he says some dumb shit, but he can at least
just loves wrestling. That's it. He's a passionate wrestling fan. Not trying to overthink it. Not trying to present himself as such an expert or as like a historian. He's got good poise, good presence. Wants to talk about the business. More power to him. But just be a fan.
Although their what was their version of Dark Side of the Ring? Wrestling Uncensored, Wrestling Anonymous. Their episode about how they believe Benoit is innocent is just one for the record books. Yeah, but I was gonna say, they always say in wrestling, like, to improve you have to work with someone that's better than you, right? So that's going to be Richie's problem, that he continues to podcast with John. He's never going to get any better. In fact, it might have a negative influence on him.
Out on there if you're into that audio side. And we really hope you guys had fun tonight. Hopefully everybody's out there doing well. Take care of yourselves. Always make sure that you take care of one another. For Mr. Real Deal Heel, I'm Stone Cold John Wangland. We're signing off for tonight. So we'll catch you on the next episode of Down for the Count right here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. And don't forget, check out Knuckle Bump this weekend with Richie and Anthony. It's going to be a blast. And we'll be back again one other day this week. Me and Chris are going to be doing some TNA Impact. So next time we'll be back. Be good. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Look at that rip. Got some popping beats.
Make sure to like and follow us on Facebook.
Just go away.
And in the place, make sure to like and follow us in the place that you just watched.
You've already watched us.
Yeah. Don't promote anything else, like your podcast feed or anything.
No. Yeah, it's in that audio over there.
Yeah.
Over there. They're over there.
And stuff and everything.
Well, again, it's the same thing. It's almost like the buyer's remorse. You buy a pair of pants that doesn't fit the right way, that they look good. It's like, I'm happy to be back in the chair doing some Get My Go, but man, afterwards, it's just like, what do we just watch?
Well, the good thing is we're not going to be doing this every week now. You're not going to have to watch John Wangland every week. Get My Go from now on, it'll be at least once a month, but we definitely won't be doing John every month, so you'll have a respite in between viewings of John.
Although John, like we've said, doesn't leave us much choice either, because he just produces so much material for us.
Thank you.
We all look so worn out right now. And we did this is a relatively short clip that we watched. It was only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To say it's amazing how long that 20 minutes takes.
Yeah.
I kept looking at the little box just to see how much was left.
Same.
And it seemed like at one point it got longer, and I was like, "Hey, did he switch it on us?"
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to say on that episode?
No, it was painful as usual. I was the one thing I'm only disappointed in is I thought we were going to take a look at some of the Chris and John Francine digs. I was looking forward to seeing Chad.
Oh boy,
we will. We
wait until next time, man.
Yeah. If we can get, I'd love to get Francine on for that.
Coordinate. There's definitely some coordination. I mean, it was just, for preview purposes, it was very laughable what was said. So I'm curious to see what she has to say about it.
I would love to play clips of them talking about Francine and Shane, because they rip on Shane a lot too.
They bury Shane. I'm disappointed, Mike. Mike, you clipped out the part where John was talking about Dark Side of the Ring and saying, you're bringing up stuff from 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he says that on Retro Wrestling Revival, where everything they do is bringing up stuff from 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming back to Get My Go. It's been too long. We had a nice break, but we're back at it, and I love having this crew on. And Chad, please give us all your plugs.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter at ChadEMB. On Instagram, it's at IB Exclusives. Follow me with the TMPT Empire, Russo brand, Eyes Up Here, and of course, IBExclusives.com.
Much to Conan's dismay, Diamond Conversations is on hiatus. Is that true?
Yeah, just temporarily. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not gonna, sit here and say I'm the world's busiest man, but I can't peg out the time to book the guests and do the show, and it'll be back at some point, maybe in the early part of the winter months where guys are a little more available. But I was very happy to hear how many people were sad it was going on hiatus. I didn't hear from many of you when it was on, so thanks a lot. Just stay tuned to IB Exclusives, and I appreciate everything. And the Perfectly Rated T-shirt is there.
Dean, tell us all about Mallertown.
Yes, I've actually got something to plug for a change. So I've started a podcast. It's called Mallertown, and it's a bit of a fan show for a sports talk radio show, but it's more about his fan base called the Maller Militia. Just an interesting, eclectic group of people, and I just thought, why not try a podcast and sort of get these characters out there a little bit more. So I'm sitting on I've been sitting on it for a little while now, an interview that I did with Joe and Mike, and now that Get My Go has returned, I think it's a good time to get that interview out to coincide with the return. So yeah, at the very least, Get My Go fans, there will be an interview with the two top dogs of Get My Go coming very shortly on my Malatown feed there, man. So yeah, check it out, give it a chance. And other than that, my ending. Come on, Mike, give my Twitter handle a go. You always fuck it up.
That sussy guy just put an S where the A would be.
Yeah,
you missed the middle important part. And on Twitter, I'm at that sussy guy. Just imagine that Aussie guy and put an S where the A should be.
Dean, where's your podcast located?
Where's it located?
Is it over there?
Yeah, just
podcast over there.
Sorry, yeah. Just head over there. Head over there to the audio realm. You'll find it there. Over there.
Whether it's an audio form, whether you're listening now or later on.
Watching it on video or listening to audio.
You're watching live late. At one point, he was like, "If you're watching live later." No. There's only one live. There's not live later.
I love when Brother Martin does a prayer and like. He's going, Lord, thank you for joining us here this evening or in the morning or whenever the person's listening to this. Like, God's like, do I have to keep coming back for this prayer anytime someone listens to it?
Every time.
Lucky there's only one or two.
Yeah. So, Joe, on Mondays, Raven Effect. What else?
I've actually got something. I have something different. By the time this is out, this will be out. I'm recording a 40th birthday podcast. And believe it or not, there's going to be a shocking, stunning announcement on that show. So check out the Creative Control Daily feed and over there, and you will hear my 40th birthday announcement. It's gonna rock a lot of people's world. Some will not be surprised at all. So other than that, Raven Effect is on Mondays on MLW Radio with myself, Raven, and Rich Bikini. K100 with Conan Disco comes out Fridays now on the main feed. You can get the main show. You can also get K100 Talks on Sunday and K100 Rehash on Wednesday. And not that they need my help, but check out all the Conrad Thompson shows, which I do through use my production genius on that. There's some humorous shit on this week's Orange show that was my idea only. And what else do I got? At the CC Network one on Twitter, at JFENI3RD on Twitter.
I want to thank a few people right now. These people bought Get My Go shirts during our hiatus. So thanks to Laura Tambellini, Eric Hester. Eric Hester bought my sit-down shirt. So that's a Mike Durband Show shirt. Scott Smith bought the white GMG logo shirt from Australia. Dean, do you know where he lives? Do you know that guy?
I don't know. No.
No? Okay. No. Kevin Moran.
They don't all know each other, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Australia is such a small country. Kevin Moran and Mr. Raymond Walters. So thank you guys. Thank you for your support. You can get actually I just put a new one up. It's the Get My Go Wolfpack shirt. And it's black and red. You can get that at prowrestlingtees.com/Mike Durband. And you follow me on Twitter at Mike Durband, at Get My Go Show, youtube.com/Mike Durband, youtube.com/Get My Go. And that's it, I think. Right?
Everyone knows the Wolfpack was always cooler than the black and white.
Yeah. And in this case, it is.
But this shirt and the Get My Go Revolution, season 2 is upon us. And all I can say is, we're coming for you.
Ooh, that could be good. That could be bad. I don't know which way to view that. But